Alright guys, what's going on? Lenny, back again. This is video number 2 for the day. This one probably won't get uploaded until the 4th, possibly the 5th. Probably the 4th. So, this video, I like the idea of, and I think you guys might as well, 220 versus 240. And similar bats. Well, similar enough. Check this out. So you guys saw these earlier. You guys have seen this one a few times. This is the 220 Easton Fireflex 1. This is the bat that kind of started the Fireflex revolution. What am I saying? Kind of started. This bat started the Fireflex revolution. I'm up around 320-ish swings with this 220 bat. 37 inches, yeah, 37 inches. 34 inches, 27 ounces, half ounce end load, 13.5 inch barrel. 2-piece. Right there, connection tech. And then there's this guy, the Easton Fireflex 240 1-piece. See? No connection tag, no connector piece there. 12-inch barrel, 34-inch, 27 ounce. So basically the same specs, minus the fact that this is a 240 and a 12-inch barrel and a 1-piece. It's a 240, it's a 12-inch barrel and a 1-piece. It's the only thing that differs it from this guy. Half ounce end load in this, 34-inch, 27 ounce, like I said, 12-inch barrel. It is the 240 Easton Fireflex. This has 70 cuts on it. I took 28 of them in the video I made previous, and then I did another 30 after that video, and it already had 12 on it when I made the first video. So 70 cuts as she sits now. The weather looks like it's going to get real kind of shitty, and I'm hoping it stays off a little bit. But it looks like it's going to get crappy here shortly, so I'm going to try and make this video quick. On that note, let's get into it. So, I'm going to start this with the 220 Fireflex. Mostly because I feel like it makes the most sense to start with the 220. Also, I am using a different pair of batting gloves. I'm using the Autism Speaks Anarchy batting gloves that I bought from Smash It Sports. Needed a different pair because, well, the other ones are killing my hands. So. The only thing I don't really like about these is they feel like they're giant on my hands. But that is what it is. Let me adjust the camera here just a touch. Alright, let's get into it. So, again, I'm going to start with the Fireflex 1. Do a bucket of balls. Platinum dots, super gold dots, super gold dot extremes, and I do have that one tattoo ISA ball in there somewhere. So, alright, let's move the net, because they'll pull off when it's going to go into somebody's house, and that being where it was. Alright. Don't need that headache. Here we go. Okay, so, first half, kind of rolled over it, but, I mean, it felt like a good swing, or at least a good enough swing, I should say. Probably would have got a base hit out of it. Not that I'm mad about that. I'm not a power hitter. Working on that, but that felt good. Of course, that was a platinum dot, so of course it felt good. And with the same cut, if I could make the same cut here, will it feel as good with the Super Gold Dot Extreme that's on the tee now? Probably. Oh yeah! That's the swing I was looking for. See, that's the swing I was missing earlier in the day. It cooled off now. It cooled off now, so it doesn't feel like I'm stressing myself to swing. That was that ISA ball. It's a 44-400 on that ball. Not sure what the Super Gold Dot Extremes are. Again, if y'all know what the compression to the compression numbers to a Super Gold Dot Extreme are, drop that in the comment section. I'm curious. That's that one. Okay. So, as I've said it before, I've said it a million times, this bat is a friggin' rocket launcher. It really is. And at 300 swings, this sucker is so hot, it's probably not even legal for turning the ball. It's really tearing at the paint. Look at that. I gotta ask my buddy Gary about that one. Like a lot of paint mix in the swing. And I'm not sure if that's normal or something ain't right. Like, I could show you a couple of them. Like, y'all can see, like, a couple nicks there, a couple nicks in the paint there. There's that one big one right there. Bunch of them up there. There's one massive one, like, right there. I hope I didn't, like, break the bat or something. I would legitimately cry. So, yeah, the 220 Fireflex, like I said, this thing's got 300 plus swings on it. You know, so it's not really an apples to apples, but oh crap! It's in somebody's yard. I should go get that. I will be back in a moment. Okay, yeah. That one I hit over the net. A lot over the net. Alright, so let's try not to do that. Alright, so not really sure how many balls are left, but it's getting it looks like it's getting ready to rain, so Last ball for the 220, and then we'll switch to the 240 and finish off the bucket. Alright, so 220 Fireflex 1. Thing's a rocket launcher, we know this. Anybody that's ever swung one knows that. Alright, so 240 Fireflex, half ounce, end load, 3427. I don't know why the heck I keep wanting to say 37. 3427, 12-inch barrel, half ounce end load. It's basically the same specs, just a shorter barrel and a 220 versus a 240. And a one piece versus a two piece. I rolled over the first one. Figures. I know why I rolled over the first one. I'm afraid to hit it over the net again. Probably ought to go back to hitting the way I was. So, I like this bat a lot. Again, it's not even broken in. Pretty darn hot. Like, if I had to rank the 5 bats I've hit, I own, this would fall right in the middle. Number 3. Yeah, it's a good, solid bat for, you know, the new compression numbers and whatever shenanigans goes on with that. Not really super forgiving towards the end of the barrel. If you get handsy though, it's weird. If you get handsy, you still feel like you can drive it. But if you catch it off the end of the barrel, it feels like it doesn't feel quite right. Alright, so 6 left. Well, 7 left. Oh, and I tried to hit that one over the net. Again, like I said, I think this thing is pure and simple a rocket launcher. Like, I feel like it's not that much different than the Fireflex 1. I think the biggest thing with this, at least from my perspective, is at 70 swings, if I had to rank these bats, my 5 bats, or the 5 bats that I've owned, at 70 swings combined, at 70 swings, this would be number 3. The Fireflex 1 would be number 1, the Fireflex 3, when it was mine, at 70 swings would have been number 2, the KP23 would have been last. The KP, when it very early on in its life, it felt like I was hitting a wood bat, honestly. Not the most comfortable thing in the world. And not a whole lot of juice either. Which would have put the Fireflex OG in 4th. So I'm sure you guys are wondering, why the heck would I put this in the 3 when it's not broken in? 12-inch barrel with this much pop in a 240, and it's a one piece and doesn't ring the hands, that's easy 3-hole territory. Of course, I'm here now. I hit that one over the net and hit somebody's fence, and of course now I'm afraid to actually cut one and hit it into the net here. There we go. All right, so I got 5 balls left. 1 on the tee, 2 in the bucket, and 2 outside the bucket. There's 3 actually outside the bucket, but I'm not going to hit that other one. Yeah, this bat's silly. I mean, they say it's a 240. I can't honestly sit there and say that this is a 240. It says it on the bat. You know, it's got the 240 stamp, but this thing feels like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Yeah, so I got, what, 4 more balls sitting outside the bucket. So I'll take 2 more hacks with each bat after this ball here. And yeah, 240. I'm not so sure. It says 240 on the label. But part of me wants to say that's a little little BS. So we'll get 1 normal ball and 1 platinum dot for both bats. Go back to the 220 here, and we'll start with the normal ball. Grab a spot in the bat and hit it here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's such a good feel. I love that bat. Alright, 240. Normal ball. Yeah. I'm gonna do this on purpose. I'm gonna catch one off the hands, and I'll show you guys. Like this thing, even off the hands, this is still pretty darn good feeling back. Yeah, I caught that like down here, and it felt great. I mean, it wasn't launched the best, but it felt fantastic. So, last ball, platinum dot, 220 Fireflex 1. Absolutely missile launched. This bat's incredible. This bat is definitely, hey, I'll tell y'all right now, if y'all can find one of these, get it. Like if you don't play like tournament ball where you have to have a 240, that Fireflex 1 is one of the nastiest things on the planet. And then last hack, completely last hack here. This is the last platinum dot, and this is my 240 Fireflex. And it bounced out, but I ain't worried about it. I called last swing, so. Thoughts, opinions, impressions. Impressive. Very. So, first off, these platinum dots, these things jump off a bat. They're stupid. If you can get a few of these, do it. I mean, they ain't cheap, but they're worth it. So, as far as the bats are concerned, what's my takeaway? Well, my takeaway is pretty simple, actually. The 240 is an outstanding bat. I think, it's now up to 80 or 90 swings. I mean, a dozen on top of 70 is 82. And 2 more after that, so 84 swings. 84 cuts on that bat now, on the 240 now. And again, I think it's a really, really good bat. I can't really sit there and say it's the best thing I've hit with yet. Only because it's not broken in. Like everything else everything else I've hit with has been broken in. Gary's Fireflex 1, my Fireflex 1, they're both broken in. Gary's Freak Platinum from Miken, broken in. My Fireflex 3, the Fireflex OG, both those are broken in. The KP23 is at 305 swings now, and I'm not sure if it's broken in or not. It probably should be, but I don't know, it doesn't seem to be. But, everything I've really ever hit with is broken in now, and the Fireflex 240, while it's not broken in yet, I can legitimately say it's definitely you guys might want to check this out. Like, I can't really stress it any more than that. It's incredible. The bat's ridiculous. The wind's picking up because the weather's kind of starting to get crappy here. It's just a really, really good bat. Do I recommend it at the moment? I'm going to say yes, but I'm going to say yes hesitantly, because again, it's not broken in. I don't really know what it's going to be like when it breaks in. I'm still 116 cuts shy of that, so 100 to 116 cuts shy of that. So being realistic, I don't know what to tell you exactly on that one, but I will say this: if you guys want to do this and you feel like you need to do it a little more legitimately, these things are incredible. You get a bat that you need to break in, Platinum Dot Extremes. Holy crap. Everybody I've talked to and everything I've read said they're basically the best thing on the face of the planet for breaking in a bat. And they hold their compression better than things like the Evil Balls and most other the yellow and green spinner balls. Or at least so I've been told. I don't know. Your opinion may vary, but that's fine. So, on a scale if I was to do a scale for it, like swing weight, sweet spot, I don't really count power because power doesn't mean squat to me at the moment because I'm not a power hitter. So swing weight, I would give it out of 10, I would say probably a 5 out of 10. It's a little heavy, but then again, it is a 27 with a half-ounce end load and a 12-inch barrel and a 34-inch bat. So it's well balanced across the whole bat, but as you swing it, it feels just a pinch heavy, which, to be completely honest, I don't care. I like it. As far as sweet spot is concerned, it's got a colossal sweet spot. I'd say probably an 8 out of 10. And yes, if you guys want to say I'm copying the Bat Bros, go right ahead. I mean, those guys are basically the reason I started doing these videos anyway. So, you know, shout out to Will and JT and all those dudes, because seriously, their videos are what kept me from losing my mind during the fiasco last year in 2020. And their videos are the entire reason I started doing what you see here. So, you know, shout out to those guys for that. The Fireflex 1 is easily a 10 on sweet spot. The sweet spot on that bat, it's a 13.5-inch barrel, but it feels like you have the sweet spot of, like, the Drop 5 Zen. It's stupid. The sweet spot on that bat is incredible. And swing weight, I would give it a little less, or a little higher ranking than the 240. I would say swing weight, I would say probably, I'd probably venture to say 6 or a 7. Like, I'll cut it in half. 6.5 out of 10. It's just really good. Like, it's a little bit lighter swinging than the 240, but I think that's also because it's a longer bat and it's a little more evenly dispersed. Even though, like I said, that for a 12-inch barrel and a 34-inch bat, that 240 Fireflex is pretty darn well dispersed for swing weight. So that's my take. I would hesitantly, I'm gonna say buy the 240 Fireflex one piece, because again, mine's not broken in, but I definitely love it, and I'm definitely gonna make it a gamer. That thing is a rocket launcher. All right, so as I've said a million times, keep swinging, stay hot. I'll catch y'all later.